Did you know an ancient law book helped stop crimes that didn't even exist yet? The Justinian Code's rules about property are so clear and strong they're still used today. Centuries later, these same ideas helped create laws about intellectual property, protecting music, movies, and software. Justinian, a Roman emperor, never imagined computers, but his work protects the apps and games we use every day. It's incredible that a ruler from so long ago could shape our modern world. His ideas about ownership remain vital. The Justinian Code is a bridge connecting the ancient world to ours. Imagine writing rules for a future you can't picture. That's what Justinian and his team did. They focused on farms and ships, not the internet, but their principles were universal. The idea that creators have rights over their work is powerful. It lets musicians own songs and writers own books. This concept, written in the Justinian Code, has shaped creativity and ownership for over 1,000 years. So next time you play a game or listen to music, remember Justinian. His desire to organize laws had consequences he never predicted. The Justinian Code isn't just a dusty old book, it's a living document. Its spirit still influences how we think about justice, fairness, and ownership today. That's a surprising legacy for an ancient ruler. The past and present are more connected than we think. Justinian's laws continue to shape our world in ways he could never have imagined. Who was this emperor with such a lasting legacy? Justinian I ruled the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, from 527 to 565. He wasn't born royal. He rose from humble beginnings, learning from his uncle, Emperor Justin. Justinian dreamed of restoring the glory of Rome. He barely slept, always working to improve his empire. He sent generals to reclaim lost lands and built wonders like the Hagia Sophia in Constantinople. But his biggest dream was to fix the empire's messy laws. Centuries of conflicting rules made justice confusing and unfair. Justinian believed a great empire needed great laws, clear, organized, and fair for everyone. He took on the huge challenge of creating a legal system that made sense. His wars and buildings were impressive, but his legal reforms changed the world most profoundly. By creating the Justinian Code, he preserved Rome's legal traditions for future generations. Without him, many important legal ideas might have been lost. He laid the foundation for centuries of justice. Justinian was more than a conqueror. He was a visionary who shaped the very idea of justice. His dream of order became a reality that outlived his empire. The world still feels his influence today. His legacy is not just in stone, but in the laws that govern us. Justinian's vision continues to inspire. So what was the Justinian Code? Not just one book, but a collection called the Corpus Juris Civilis, Latin for body of civil law. Before Justinian, Roman law was a chaotic mess, contradictory, confusing, and hard to use. The Code was a massive cleanup gathering, organizing and updating centuries of laws into one official source. Judges could no longer pick and choose from old conflicting rules. The Code covered every aspect of life: marriage, property, contracts, and crime. It even included a textbook for students. Everyone, from nobles to farmers, was expected to follow these clear rules. The idea of one law for all was revolutionary. Imagine cleaning a messy room, throwing out trash, organizing what matters. That's what Justinian did for Roman law. He turned centuries of legal chaos into a logical, useful system. The Justinian Code became the most important legal document in the Western world for nearly 1,000 years. Its influence reached far beyond its time. The Code set a new standard for justice and order. It made law accessible and understandable. Justinian's legal cleanup changed history. Justinian couldn't create the Code alone. He needed a team of legal superheroes. He chose Tribonian, a brilliant lawyer, to lead a commission of top experts. Their first task? Read over 2,000 books of old Roman law, millions of lines of text. They sorted through centuries of opinions, keeping what worked and tossing what didn't. Contradictions were resolved, and outdated laws were rewritten or removed. The team didn't just copy, they improved and clarified the law. Justinian acted as editor-in-chief, making final decisions and pushing for quick results. The first part of the code was finished in just over a year, an astonishing feat. Once completed, the code became the law of the land immediately. This blend of expert scholarship and imperial power made the project possible. It was a unique moment. Vision and authority combined to reform an entire legal system. The result was a clear, organized, and fair set of laws. The code's creation was a team effort, but Justinian's leadership made it happen. Their work set a new standard for legal reform. The Justinian Code was born from teamwork and determination. The final product, the Corpus Juris Civili, had four main parts. First, the Codex, a collection of the most important imperial laws organized and updated. Second, the Digest, a massive encyclopedia of legal wisdom, gathering the best ideas from centuries of Roman jurists. Third, the Institutes, a beginner's textbook, teaching new lawyers the basics of law. Finally, the Novellae, new laws Justinian passed after the main project, many written in Greek. Together, these four parts formed a complete, authoritative legal system. The Codex was the rule book, the Digest, the legal brain, the Institutes, the classroom, and the Novellae, the updates. This structure made the Justinian Code adaptable and enduring. It was a model for future legal systems. The code's organization was as important as its content. Justinian's legal masterpiece was built to last. After Justinian's death, his empire shrank, but his code began a new journey. At first, it was forgotten in the West, hidden in libraries. Around 1100, scholars in Italy rediscovered the Digest, sparking a legal revolution. The University of Bologna became Europe's legal center, as students flocked to study Roman law. These students spread the code's principles across Europe, shaping national laws. The Justinian Code became the foundation of civil law in most of continental Europe. As European nations colonized the world, they brought these legal ideas with them. The Napoleonic Code, inspired by Justinian, became a model for dozens of countries. Justinian's legal ideas spread across continents, shaping laws everywhere. His code's influence became truly global. It may seem odd, but a 1500-year-old law book shapes your life today. The Justinian Code introduced the idea of natural law. Some rights belong to you simply because you're human. It declared all people are born free, laying the groundwork for human rights. The code defined and protected private property, with clear rules for ownership, contracts, and inheritance. These principles are the backbone of modern economic life. In family law, the code regulated marriage, divorce, and parental duties, emphasizing consent in marriage, a principle still vital today. Justinian's work created a tradition of logic, fairness, and individual rights. When you hear about your rights, you're hearing echoes of the Justinian Code. It's a silent force shaping our society and freedoms. The code's legacy is everywhere, even if we don't notice it. Our modern world owes much to Justinian's vision. Innocent until proven guilty. A core principle of justice has roots in the Justinian Code. The code insisted that the accuser must prove guilt, not the accused. This protected people from unfair accusations and abuse of power. Roman jurists, preserved in the Digest, valued evidence and fairness. Ulpian, a famous jurist, wrote it's better to let a guilty person go free than convict an innocent one. The code's presumption of innocence became a cornerstone of European law. Scholars who rediscovered the code spread this idea across the continent. Today, it's written into laws and human rights declarations worldwide. Every fair trial owes something to Justinian's legacy. The presumption of innocence is one of our most precious legal inheritances. The Justinian Code is more than an old law book, it's a testament to the power of big ideas. Justinian's dream brought order and justice to his empire, but its impact reached far beyond. The code survived the fall of Byzantium, was reborn in medieval universities, and shaped global law. Its legacy is everywhere, in civil law systems, property rights, and the rights we enjoy as citizens. The Code taught the world to think about law systematically and logically. Its concepts and vocabulary are still used by lawyers and judges today. The Code's journey proves good ideas are timeless. Justinian's reforms preserved Roman legal thought and built a bridge to the modern world. Without his vision, our understanding of justice and rights might be very different. The Code is a river of legal thought, nourishing civilizations for centuries. Its lessons on order, fairness, and clear rules matter for everyone, not just lawyers. One person's determination can shape history for generations. The Justinian Code's legacy continues to shape our lives and invites us to keep learning from the past.